Hey guys, welcome back. Today I've been commissioned to rebuild this table right here. Now when it was built, it wasn't glued together as one solid piece, so all the boards are warping in different directions. So in order to remake this table, I'm going to have to take it completely apart. I'll start cutting down, ripping the boards on top so that I can glue them together. And then I'm also going to be making a couple modifications to the base to make it a little bit stronger as well. Now the wood that I'm using, instead of just buying all new wood, which would be really easy to get all the boards to line up, this is actually antique wood out of a barn, the barn beams for the legs. So I want to keep this all the same wood. I'm just going to be repurposing it and putting it back together into a table. Alright, now that I have all the boards ripped down so they all have square edges in order to glue together, I'm going to take my biscuit joiner and cut a few holes for the biscuits to go into. Now it's time to start gluing the joints and putting them back together. Now I marked and numbered each of these boards so I know the exact order that they need to go back into in order to make sure that I have everything lining up. Now the biscuits will actually give a little bit more strength to the joint, but it'll also help me out when I'm clamping these boards to keep them all in line and locked in place. Now right now I'm putting a ton of weight on top of this tabletop because the boards were so warped that it's actually twisting the whole tabletop. So I'm hoping that I can put some weight on this and make sure that it's square, let it dry, and then it should hold most of its shape and not spring all the way back. So I'm going to put that weight on. I need to add a whole bunch of other clamps to hold it in place, and then I'll let it sit overnight. Now it's time to rebuild the base. Now I took this completely apart. I'm going to square up all the edges, make sure everything lines up like it should, and I'm going to make a few modifications as well, and then I'll put it all back together. Now I'm going to notch the table leg so that the 2x4 will set into the table leg, and if you look on the outside, it will be flush with the face of that 2x4 around the base. Now this also gives a lot more space for a chair to slide in on the ends, as well as leg room, gives a lot more space for that. Now to strengthen up this table, I'm going to add a couple braces across the 2 table legs on the end, as well as one tying the 4 legs all together. Now this will be nice to have like a footrest underneath the table, but it'll also keep this table really solid. It won't move at all, and to give it a lot more strength. Now it's time for the moment of truth to take off the clamps and see how this worked. Now nothing sprung back to where it was before, so it worked really well. The joints are holding, the biscuits I think helped out a lot. So I'm going to sand this down, use the sawdust from the sanding to make some wood putty with some wood glue, mixing it with the sawdust, and I'll fill in any knots that are missing or joints that have a little bit of a gap in it. I'll use that to fill it in. Then I'll sand it down one more time and add a clear coat finish on top. Now the person that commissioned this to me wanted to keep the natural wood look, so I'm not going to add a stain or anything on this. I'm just going to be putting a clear coat to seal it so that the wood doesn't warp again. Now for the clear coat, I'm going to be using polyacrylic water-based finish. This is really what I use from almost any wood project that I'm finishing. Sometimes I'll use boiled linseed oil for larger projects that you use all the time like this, like a table. I'm going to definitely use a polyacrylic that will seal and keep any moisture out, especially with wood that has already warped before. I want to keep the moisture out and seal it so that doesn't happen again. Now this is already the second coat. I'll put 2 more on top of this once this one dries, and I'll sand in between each coat, and this will leave a really nice smooth surface that you can easily wipe off the table, clean up any messes that are on it, and nothing will get into that wood and mess it up. Thanks guys so much for watching. This just about finishes up my video for today. I hope you found this helpful or fun at least to watch. If you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, you can hit that bell icon if you want a notification when I upload a new video, and hit that like button to show YouTube and other people that you like this video as well. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next one.